Hi, I'm Ricardo with Tech Rep Marketing. I'm here at Northern Sound and Light, and today I'm going to talk to you about the new TouchMix-30 mixer from QSC Audio. This is an awesome mixer, and if I could sum this mixer up into a few words, it would be features, features, features. This little tiny mixer is so powerful. It has the power of 30-channel mixer, of a 30-channel mixer in the format and the shape of a 16-channel board. So we're going to delve into this a little bit. I will not bore you with too many details because that's what the website is for, but I want to point out to you what, in my opinion, makes this mixer so awesome. So we'll start with the front here. A few things that's different. QSC came out with the TouchMix 8, TouchMix 16. Customers ate it up because, you know what? The presets were wonderful. The use was wonderful, and it was a small, compact, powerful mixer that you can fit in a carrying case that's the size of a briefcase. So we said, you know what? We know what people want. More is better. More is always better. And one of the things that we were constantly asked at QSC is, hey, do you have a bigger board coming out? Can we get more inputs? We love the 16, but we would love to have more inputs. And so QSC, we listened and we answered. So we have the TouchMix-30 here. One of the things you'll notice right off the gate, if you're familiar with the other TouchMix mixers, is that we doubled the user buttons. So we have 4 user buttons around the toggle wheel, just like the 16 and the 8. And then we also have 4 more user buttons here at the top. By default, user buttons 7 and 8 are your copy and paste. You can go into our videos, or you can go into the board itself to see what that does, but basically what that means is I can copy and paste my EQ, my effects onto any channel that I want. Okay, so that's a brilliant feature. Copy and paste by default. We got our phantom power assignable per channel for what we need and what we don't. Effects mute, mute groups, our auxes, and our wizards. The wizards are really exciting to me, okay? I'm gonna touch the wizards right now. So I have an effects wizard, but I also now have a tuning wizard. So what you can do is you can walk into your performance space, and the board will walk you through how to tune the room to sound optimized, okay? And it's a really simple flow for doing it. The board walks you completely through it. And then we also have a game wizard, same as what we have with the 8 and 16. I love the tuning wizard. Another difference, with our TouchMix-30, we have our RTA for all of our inputs, but we also have an RTA for all our outputs as well. So inputs and outputs, they all have an RTA meter. It is fantastic. It works. It's dynamic. It's powerful. It's beautiful. One of the things you'll notice if you're used to using the TouchMix 8 or the TouchMix 16 is you can look at the layout, right? On this screen, always when you're on the home screen, you will have your auxes laid out on the side. So you can quickly get to any of your auxes. They stay there, they're static. So instead of having to go to another page to get to your auxes, they live there so you can quickly get to your monitor mix or your in-ear systems and adjust your signals that way. We also have added on to our TouchMix, at least with the TouchMix-30, we have, in addition to 8 DCA groups, we also have 8 subgroups. So we have 8 subgroups, 8 DCA groups, and here's the best part, I haven't even gotten to it. The aux count is amazing. On this small board, keep in mind, look how small it is. It's the format of a 16-channel board. On this small 30-channel board, I also have on the back 14 aux outputs. 14 aux outputs. So that could be 7 stereo in-ears or 14 wedges or mix and match. That's completely up to you. But 14 auxes are in the back. So on the back of the board, and I'm sure we'll get a shot of the back later on, you'll notice that we have 24 analog inputs on the back. The last 4, 21 through 24, are combo jacks. And then we also have 3 pairs of stereo inputs. So that gets us up to 30. 31 and 32 are additional inputs, and they're USB. So you can take multi-track, you can take a stereo track, bring it in, plug it in, bring that channel up, and give you a much bigger sound, okay? So we have that, we have a monitor left and right, and then we have our main mix. So main mix, monitor left and right, 14 auxes. This is a really powerful board, and a dedicated talkback. Now, one of the differences between this and the 8 and 16 is we now have multi-touch. So you have multi-touch functionality on this board. In addition to that, you have the ability to record your shows directly to a USB thumb drive. That'll give you a stereo mix down of your recording. If you plug in an external hard drive into it, that's your multi-track. You can take those multi-tracks, send it to your favorite DAW, or you can take those multi-tracks and bring it back for a virtual sound check, and everything comes back to the faders on the board. So that's a really useful feature. And then thirdly, I think I already mentioned it, but you can send it to your DAW as well. Right now, we're limited to core audio, so Apple only, but we'll see what the future brings, and maybe we can bring that same kind of functionality to PCs. And then also on the back, you'll find the Ethernet jack. What we decided to do was to empower you to take this board, hook it up to an external router, and then you can have this on the network, have an iPad, have an Android, and control your mix, or control front of house, or give it to your guys on stage to control their wedges or in-ear monitors. But you can do all the devices through the network, and then you can take this and put it to the side. Or if you are in a position where front of house is hard to get to, you can set up the board, set up your router, and then walk around with a tablet and do your mix that way, okay? By far, my favorite feature of this board, which is very useful, there's an anti-feedback wizard on it. It is amazing. I am not exaggerating. It is amazing. There's a lot of companies that make anti-feedback wizards. Some of them work well, some of them not so well, some of them are expensive. It's included with the board. You have an anti-feedback wizard on here for all of your outputs. So you have an anti-feedback wizard for your main mix and for your auxes. How does it work? Two ways. You can either manually do it. You might be an experienced person. You know exactly what frequencies you want to knock out or tamper down. So you can feel free to do it manually. Or you can use the feedback wizard and plug up your reference microphone, hit start, and the board literally walks through a 12-notch EQ and knocks down those frequencies. So it'll create feedback and then bring it down on all of your outputs. So you do that before a show. I'm not trying to put any experienced front of house guys out of a job, but you do have the ability to do that yourself, even if you're a novice like myself. One of the biggest features, one of the best features for TouchMix are presets. Some companies take presets and they'll take an algorithm, scientifically figure out, well, this is what a banjo should sound like, this is what a blues guitar EQ should be, so on and so on. Here's a trumpet, here's a trombone, drums, snare drums, list goes on and on. What QSC did with all of our touch mixes, not just the 30, is we took just about 2 years and went to different studios, different performance halls, mic'd up bands in real life with different microphones, different environments, wooden floors, concrete floors, small halls, large halls. We mic'd up rock bands, bluegrass, jazz, vocalists. So we took 2 years to do that research, to find out and tune and listen to the musicians of what their instruments or vocals should sound like. And we took all of that information and we threw it and loaded it up into the TouchMix. So we have over 120 live presets for you to use. So you do not have to be an audio engineer. You don't have to have gone to a fancy school. You don't have to do any of that. All you need to know is, hey, I know that that's a vocalist on channel 3 and that's a female vocalist. I'm gonna load up that preset, and it works. It sounds great. So 120 presets for you to use, and then we also have scenes. So if you have a praise band or a rock band, or you wanna do a songwriter session, the list goes on and it keeps growing. Those presets are already built in, even for your auxiliary sends. So if you wanted to set up, I'll just stick to a praise band. Maybe you have a cry room off to the side and you have some monitors on stage. All of those presets come loaded up. You just recall it and it's there. All your aux sends are there. The cry room is there. Now you can take those presets, adjust them, save them, or you can take them and save them over the existing preset, or you can just use the ones that we loaded up. It's completely up to you. That flexibility is completely in your control. So in essence, that's the TouchMix-30. What I've told you is just a microcosm of what this board can do. I really implore you, call your local salesperson at Northern Sound and Light. If you want any more information on the TouchMix-30 or any of the other products from QSC, go to www.qsc.com and find out more. So happy hunting. My name is Ricardo with Tech Rep. Thank you for your time.